Who the hell is Carlo?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jackpot Juice here. We back with another episode, Drip Tank TV, and today I got a very special guest with me. Some might say he's out of this fucking world. My boy Billy Raxx is in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Glad to have you on the platform, man.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. Yeah, it's me, Billy Raxx, the only cult leader, the biggest one.
The biggest.
You know, yeah, man. You know, it's a lot to get into. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. I appreciate you coming out. But you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the origin story. You know what I'm saying? We want to know about Billy Raxx. You know, before the music.
Yeah.
You know, before the fame, before the shows. You know what I'm saying?
So use the fame word. Like, and it ain't gonna never be about that shit. It's like influence. I always be saying like influence over clout type shit. That shit's kind of weird. Like fame word. But I mean, yeah, bro. I come from Eatonville, Florida, bro. Like the first African American town ever established in America.
Word.
Yeah, I be thinking about where I'm at to this day, or like the shit I be doing,
Yeah.
or the impact that I could possibly make, that I'm making, that I'm, it's happening day by day, and I be thinking about, damn, I'm from like Eatonville, Florida. Like that's literally the first African American established like official town. You know, there's a movie called The Odds of Watching God. That's about Eatonville, Florida.
I didn't know that.
Real shit. The first published African American woman writer is from Zora Neale Hurston.
Damn.
So, yeah, bro, that's where I'm from, man. Like, very marginalized place, but very fucking cultured, very black, very all that shit you see in the movies, the good and the bad. Like, I'm from that type of place. But then, you know what I'm saying, I moved. My mama just smart. And, you know, my uncle moved to Texas because he went to college in Texas and shit, and he graduated. And that nigga hated Florida. Like, that nigga hated everything
he
about
like
it.
it?
Yeah, shout out my Uncle Greg. Like, that nigga hated Florida. That nigga really didn't even like my dad. Like,
he was just like, nah.
yeah, but my Uncle Greg definitely is like the seed to a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he had that vision. Like, nah, I'm trying to. It's way bigger than he.
Trying to elevate,
Real
take
shit.
it to the next level.
That nigga was like, and the best way to do that shit is get going.
Go, yeah.
So that nigga was cold at football and shit, and wrestling and shit. He got a scholarship to TSU, so he went to college out there. Meanwhile, you know, we back here, my mom back here, you know, we thugging it. And it just at a certain point, we was going through a lot of shit. My mom was going through a lot of shit, like, this crazy shit. And then that was just like it was the best thing to do, just go, you know, move to Texas.
Yeah, change
literally,
locations.
bro, it was one of them, like, my mama did that shit with kids and shit, just jumped in and dipped and took a risk, you know.
Yeah.
But she had her brother in Texas, so you know, I made it to Texas and shit. And
how old was you when you went to Texas?
I was like 14.
14. Okay, all right. So how was it like, you know, in Eastonville? Eatonville.
Yeah.
So like, was it like, would you say like you got a lot of influence, you know, from Eatonville growing up, and like, you know, like you said, you know, it has, you know, the good and the bad of where you were. Did that have like an impact on you, on like your psyche at a young age?
100%. Like, my dad a street nigga, still got fucked up credit to this day. Like, so, you know, I seen that since I was legit, you know what I'm saying? And he kept it real. You know what I'm saying? My people good, bro. My dad was hustling, bro. He was doing his thing. So my mom was able to depend on him. And so I was kind of 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot out, meaning like I'm in the streets running around as a jit, but I'm taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we at my grandma's house all day in the hood, but at night we get to go stay in my apartment. My mama had a apartment, you know, right outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some middle class shit, some regular shit. Yeah. So like, you know, we was always a 2-bedroom apartment, and we was able to be there, but I was in the hood all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody knew my dad and all of that shit. You know, very small town. So I got to see that shit. I know, you know what I'm saying? I moved when I was 14, but I think it definitely affects like my perspective, because I was able to see the hood for what it was. See niggas getting killed, but see it from a distance. You know what I'm saying? See it from like, oh shit, at 12 o'clock last night, nigga got killed at Boswell. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Then, you know, 6 a.m. in the morning, we driving by that bitch on the bus, and it's all cleaned up. You know what I'm saying?
Like nothing happened.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the perspective as a kid. You know, some shit just happened last night. You know, Pee Wee just died. You know what I'm saying? But like, what the fuck? You know, like,
it's just, I always think about, you know, in that type of, you know, rural, tough environment, like, there's a lot of trauma there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not normal. Like, you shouldn't just see, like, you know, like you said, Pee Wee get waxed, and then, you know, 6 a.m. you're at the bus about to go get, you know, some Uncrustable PB&J's. Like, bro, that shit's not normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like my cousin jumped off the stoop, very different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's niggas that dealt with that shit in a different way. I'm blessed to have the perspective I have, because it's definitely like a it's a privileged one because I think I grew up and the right things happened in my life where I moved out of there. And, you know what I'm saying? We just kept trying to just move up. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, like I don't know. You know, I don't think I got trauma at all. I feel like that shit for me is just like a unique perspective that I got because now I'm somebody totally different and bigger.
Yeah,
it's crazy, you know.
It's like a, I don't want to say a weapon, but it's just like a damn near like an ability. Like, you know what I'm saying? You experience something that most people, you know what I'm saying, don't experience. And some people who do experience that don't get out of that experience.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Had the right things happen in their life. Because a lot of that shit just the situation.
Yeah.
Like, I went on this music shit and that shit back then. That's just life situation. My mama like, damn, we need to go to Texas.
Yeah.
Literally. If she didn't do that, I would.
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying?
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a different, like, you know what I'm saying, the multiverse, you feel me? Like, there's a version you still in Eatonville, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
going crazy, bro.
Straight up. You know, crazy, bro. Back then, I was playing baseball. My dad, like I said, my dad's street nigga. So my dad always, like, my perspective was unique. I'm in the hood, but I'm in Orlando. I'm moving around. You know, my dad come to the hood, give everybody dollars and shit. So we was going somewhere from Eatonville one day. We was riding by this baseball field. We seen a bunch of these white boys over there playing baseball. And I think we wrote about it like 3-4 times. And my dad was like, "You want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Fuck it.
So that nigga took me to sport authority. Like, I think the next day, nigga got everything that you needed for play baseball. I never played baseball before. And then we went. I don't know how the timing played out, but I went to try out. I don't know how this shit played out like that, but I went to try out. It was cold, nigga. Like, really, like, that baseball, like, when I was legit, I was playing baseball. So it was just crazy, bro, being from Eatonville, playing baseball, going to school, and knowing the white boys, but coming from Eatonville, riding the bus, but seeing my white friends who I play baseball with ride, they anybody just being white, but just where I'm from back at that time, nigga, it kind of felt like that.
Yeah, 100%,
yeah. So I see them niggas riding their bikes to school as we coming, you know, to the school on our bus and shit. But it was crazy, bro, because, like, I was the only one from the hood that had that perspective once again. Like, I was the only one at school, like, having real friendships with these dudes and shit. All niggas I rode the bus with, they be like, you like them crackers? Like, bro, I can't even cap. Like, it's crazy. This is real. This uncensored. Like, bro, this is like growing up, like, in America crazy, bro. It's fucking crazy, bro. And I just appreciate, like, my perspective right now at this point because I got so many different type of friends and people I really love. And, like, I think those moments, like, you know, being able to create relationships at a time like that with such different type of people. You feel me? To this point, like, you know, my tolerance for different type of humans and appreciation for what they do bring to the table is because of those type of moments.
So you were able to just, you know, like, you were able to, like, meet these people who were just basically the opposites of you. Yeah. You was able to just form relationships, and then later on, it's just like you can go anywhere and meet anyone and be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? There's no. Yeah,
and the gist in my hood, like, it's crazy. I think about it, just in my hood, they cannot understand that at the time.
Nah, 100%.
And that's what life is. That's what being marginalized, and that's what that shit really mean. You know what I mean?
100%. I mean, it's a whole system designed, you know, not to elevate. You know what I'm saying? So being able to elevate is, you know, it's always a beautiful thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we elevated from Eatonville. Now we in Texas.
We in Texas, bro.
So what's going on in Texas?
Damn, bro. My uncle, a football nigga, very disciplined type of dude, cool dude. But you know, he at Omega. He was in fraternity in college. Football, all that discipline.
Is that like that?
Yeah.
But
the Omega dudes, they like the Q dogs. Nah, don't play them. the Omegas, them niggas like you ever seen like they got purple, they like the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas be like getting branded and shit. Like he got branded. And
that's hard.
Like them I seen pictures. He showed us pictures back in the day. Them getting hazed and shit. Like
hazing back then must have been different.
What?
Different.
Hey, yeah, bro. Like I appreciate my uncle a lot, but he definitely brought the discipline in my life. That's kind of what Texas was. It was more disciplined. It was like, whoa, it's cool. It's bigger. Like, oh shit, we kind of live in the suburbs. I realized now it wasn't the suburbs. It's still the hood, but it was like different in Florida. So I'm like, oh, you know, my uncle got they got a 3-bedroom house and shit. It was like got a yard and shit.
Okay.
So it was definitely like different, a lot of different discipline. I started playing football. So I like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of came out here and kind of turned into like a Texas boy.
Texas boy.
Yeah. In a sense, you know, still got that Florida in me, dreads. Nigga, how I talk, we talk fast. Still to this day, like, it's like I had speech issues in school because moving from Florida talking very fast, man, coming to Texas and niggas talk very slow. Very slow, bro. So everything was about adapting, but the South is the South. So like Texas was cool, bro. And yeah, bro, like, you know, I don't know, I could a lot to get into from there, but I moved to Texas and I think I was in the 7th grade, bro, and I was just playing football and none of this music shit was in sight, none of this shit at all. Keep in mind, bro, I'm just in Texas, just fucking hearing slow ass music, Trader Truth, Zero, all this shit, all
DJ
this
Screw,
bro, like just
Swisher
adapting
House,
to all of that shit, dog. Like, it's so much culture, you know, Texas, bro.
I'm from Texas. I
Come
know,
on,
yeah,
I
I know.
Dallas, I know. So like, yeah, bro. I mean, it's so much to get into, especially being from where I'm from. I moved there right before Katrina. I moved literally like 8 months before Katrina.
Damn.
So really, like, when all them niggas started coming too,
yeah,
like people thought I was from Louisiana.
Yeah.
I had to let niggas know I'm from Florida. Or whatever the fuck. That shit was crazy around that time.
It was nuts. That just people, they was just bringing people in. Just
yeah.
It was an interesting time, man. That was for sure. Okay, so you moved to Texas. You just on your football shit. I know exactly how that is because it's like in football, Texas is like a religion. Like it's like if you're a male from fucking like 10 to like 18 and you're not playing football, you're like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you're a loser. Like, bro, you play football, bro. Like, that's it.
What else is there to do?
What else, bro? Like, what is you doing?
Straight
like,
up.
so I know personally for me, I had to go through that. And I was always like skinny, like fucking toothpick. You know what I'm saying? I get on the field, I get my ass wrecked. You feel me? So I play basketball and soccer, but you know what I'm saying? I a lot of my homies was like, yo, I'm going to the league type shit. Like, I'm finna, like, this is it.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? The coaches, they're like, yeah, bro, come on. 10 more fucking jumping jacks. Like, you're going to the league. Like, you know, just putting that shit in their mind. Real. So I know you could get really indoctrinated just thinking, like, football.
And my uncle was a football nigga. I mean, that's what he was. He used football for the discipline, for the workout, like, you know, the structure.
Yeah.
I appreciate him for that shit, too. You know what I'm saying? That turned me, it added some shit to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that. And when I was in Florida, and my dad, like, love my dad. My dad was there for my whole life, but he's just a different type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from where he coming from, and the route he chose to go, his discipline, it was different. I ain't never even my dad ain't never put a hand on me. You know what I'm saying? My real dad, my dad never put a hand on me. My first ass whooping was probably from my uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. So, but you know what's crazy? When I moved there, I moved to kind of like right on the outskirts of Mo City. It was Maxo did an interview because you're from Texas. He did an interview about like the inner city and Mo City, like the inner city Texas, and like, you know, being from the West, so being from the inner city of Houston, and then being from Mo City, which is like that's what Travis went to school at. Like I ended up going to school with Travis. Like,
damn, for real?
Yeah, like we can get into all that shit, but like Mo City. It's just an interesting perspective. It's some shit because this kind of went viral. Maxwell was talking about the shit how like inner city niggas kind of like bully Mo City niggas, like inner city Houston niggas kind of that's the real hood. Mo City kind of like black suburb, but niggas ain't really, you know.
They ain't on that type.
But
of time.
I get what he was saying. Cause when I moved to Texas in the 7th grade, I went to inner city school. You know, before my uncle moved us to the suburb school. Yeah. That first year I went to the inner city school, and like even though I'm from the hood from Florida, like. Niggas weren't really gang banging like that, and like it just, or maybe I was just a jit. I wasn't. It was crazy when I moved to Texas. Niggas, I went to school 7th grade. Niggas asked me, "Am I blood or Crip?" type shit.
Like, bro, chill.
My fucking cousin is a badass. Like my cousin is the one in our family. That nigga's bad. I'm blood. I'm a blood. Like I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, when? Like when, bro?
You got DPU. Like, what's going on,
what
bro?
What the fuck, bro? This nigga's a blood. This nigga. My cousin been a blood since 7th grade because just one day he was like, I'm a blood, nigga. They asked that nigga. I was like, nigga, I'm not no blood. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Bro, that school, that shit was crazy, bro. That was like inner city Texas school was definitely different. Fucking different. And then the next year I went to a school in Fort Bend, Mo City, and that shit was like suburbs. So it is a world of fucking differences. So I seen when Max was talking about that, I just thought it was funny because that is always a thing. Like when you live in Mo City and you go to parties and shit, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm going from here. I'm going to the parties in the city. Something might happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and niggas in the cities, schools from the city looked at most city niggas like, you could try you kind of, or just, you know, and, you know, it was, so it was funny when he was talking about that shit because I lived that shit.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so you said you went to school with Travis. Did you ever, like, you know, bump into him in the lunch line, be like, hey, let me get you a biscuit? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, me and, I think it was like 2 grades in front of me. He's like 2 grades in front of me. So like I feel like even to this day, like me and Travis ain't got to formally meet yet. Like in this point of our life type shit.
Yeah.
But
I think he's came across my shit and been
For
like,
sure.
damn, that's I think with that. It's like
type shit. I mean, we just got so many many in the
mutual,
industry,
yeah,
mutual in
just-
the industry. So I definitely like a lot of that shit was inspiration.
Yeah.
Just being from Oak City and watching that shit happen. And I think the start of that shit. I mean, I seen it from the start as far as like when it really started taking off. But
Yeah.
as soon as it really started taking off, I thought about Mo City. I mean Elkins and being at school and seeing that shit. But I was on some football shit in high school,
Yeah.
bro.
So-
I wasn't on none of this shit.
So when did you start thinking like, all right, bro, like maybe this football shit isn't it?
Nigga, when I graduated, life just got real, like very real. Cause throughout high school, I was really cold, bro, but I was small.
and I think about football is about how big you look on paper.
Yeah.
You know that shit, what you benching, everything, all that. And I was putting up points in the game. I was doing my thing, but it's very political.
Oh yeah,
You know,
100%. It's the
football.
coaches. You gotta kiss ass. This coach knows this scout. Blah blah blah. This and
Yes.
that.
And then just having my mom, you know what I'm saying, really
Yeah.
ain't really got. Got no male in my life at the time that's really like right there, like
Come on, bro,
yeah,
like, you know
making
what
sure
I'm
we
saying?
do it, get my highlight tape together, talk to the coaches, making sure
yeah.
they advocate for me. I ain't really had that, so football what it was in high school, I loved it. Created most of my friendships, niggas I got love for to this day. But when I graduated, it was like reality check,
Boom.
boom, bro. I was like, oh shit, probably not gonna play football unless I walk on it. It was just real. So it got real right after high school, and I just was like, man, I might play, but most likely I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to college and figure this shit out. I'm a realist, bro.
Yeah.
So before I was on this music shit, before I found the passion, I'm a practical dude, bro.
Yeah.
I was trying to hustle, work, do something different for my family. I possibly graduate
College, like
Put some shit together.
put some
make
shit
it-
together.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
and having a passion is
It's a whole different walk of life.
Oh, that's a different breed
Yeah,
for
but-
sure. So you was putting shit together, you know what I'm saying? Like, football, I don't know if this is what's going to do. So then, 18, graduated, walked the stage. Was you like, all right, I'm going to go to college now, or like, I'm going to just kind of hustle for a few years, like until you found your passion,
Yeah.
what was that time gap?
I was
and
in the
how
ma-
long was that time gap?
Yeah, that shit probably like 5 years,
5 years?
5 years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I was in the Matrix. Like, I definitely went to college on some delusional shit. Like, got to go to college, so I ended up going to this cheap college in West Texas, San
What's-
Angelo, Texas.
What's the name of it?
ASU.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! I
Yeah.
fucking went out there. When I first got there, bro, I was like, I panicked, bro, cause we went to this party. It was like me and my boy. My boy went to college with me.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Jay Kemp. My boy went to college with my dog, and we went to college together. And we went to this party. It's called the Pike House.
Yeah. I've heard
Fucking
that.
white fraternity type shit. Went to their party, and I was miserable, bro. Like, niggas just playing beer pong, just standing around. Now I got into it.
Yeah,
Like, grew up. It's a part of the experience. But I ain't gonna cap, bro, because in high school, you go to parties, you getting rolled up.
Yeah.
It's dark. You getting
Rolled
Yeah,
up, bro.
it's-
You
it's
smoking
game
before you
time.
go in. Yeah, it's lit.
Yeah.
You on the bitches.
Yeah.
You go in that hole, like, down there having sex in the party. It's like
clothes on. Like,
bro, parties in high school are crazy, bro. So like so going to that party, I was like, this what I'm about to do
for the next 4
4
years.
years? Yeah.
what the
Fuck.
fuck? I was tweaking. I went back the next time. I was like, bro, dog, damn, we made a wrong decision. Like, we made a wrong decision coming to school out here,
Yeah,
bro.
that's not it.
And we just basing our decision off the party scene.
You just base your whole college career
Yeah,
off this party.
off this
like,
party
you're like,
scene,
nah,
bro.
this is not
Straight
it,
up,
bro.
no,
This is
I was
not-
really thinking about this.
Dipping, bro. Like, I was like,
It was like I can't get with this. I can't really like be here. Like, it's kind of cringe. It was just felt cringe in my stomach, everything I did there. But I ended up getting used to it. We went to this one club called Fuego, and it was like the ethnic. It was that spot. It was that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we were excited that weekend. We went to that hoe. We turned up, bro. It's me and my boy Jordan. We in that hoe. We turned, bro. We on the females. Like, we loose, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we forgot. Like, we just forgot. Like, bro, every city got a hood.
Yeah.
every city got a hood.
100%.
We know how to move. We in Texas. We never move like this in Texas. You know what I'm saying? We go to parties in Texas. We be like, with our football niggas.
Yeah.
We get on the females, but we conscious. We know,
See what's
like,
going
yo, we ain't
on.
got time for these fuck niggas that want to just shoot up in the air at
Yeah,
the party.
yeah.
End it. You know how that go.
So we bury, we never go into the party too deep. We would
Yeah.
four of the homies on the football team, something like that. So now we in football, we in college, just totally different circumstances, me and my boy. But we turned at this club, and like, bro, yeah, we lost sight of, we forgot about how that shit was. Sure enough, bro, this song "Walk Around the Club,"
Fuck everybody.
that shit come on, bro. I don't know, like, we had just got done dancing with some females, this like old ass nigga, bro. Like he was like short as shit, had a black do rag on with some dusty ass braids. Tall T, I remember this nigga to the T. Just came up to us, bro. He was shorter than me too, bro, and I was shorter than I am at the time. Man, I always had heart, bro.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like that's why I had heart, and I don't like to be embarrassed. But other than that, you know, so I could put my ego to the side. But like he came up right in our face, like walk around, good. Yeah, just looking. I'm like, this is the first time this shit happened to me. Like you know, in high school we fight, but I don't know, shit was different, and this shit was real. This thing, I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, I had to go through the mental process of what's happening. I look at my homie, and he got it out the gate. Like my boy Jordan, that's my nigga. Like, ain't never gonna be a situation I know he won't go. Yeah. Like he owned that time off rip. So then I straighten up off rip. Like my stomach. You know, knot in my stomach. Heart jumping. I'm like, damn. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah. And then so I'm getting there. I'm getting there mentally. I look up and just a bunch of niggas behind them, but they casually like they not like on 10, but they just there.
Like, they peeping shit. They peeping game.
Yeah. Like, I seen it immediately, bro. I told Jordan, I'm like, bro, bro, I can't even realize. I can't even tell you the feeling because we just in a new city. You know, nobody in this club, and I tell Jordan, bro, like, yo, it's not. I back up.
It's good.
This nigga Jordan like does him so bad, bro. Like pieced him like 2-3 times, bro. This nigga just dropped. When I tell you, like, it's like 7 niggas on our ass, bro. Like, on our ass, bro. Nah, bro, like, my first time, like, bro, I know what a real ass whooping feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 days into college, bro, like, we got jumped by a lot of niggas. And then we created some of my best friends that day, too, because a lot of niggas that seen it happen. Like, the club went up because of us, like, but these niggas on our ass, I couldn't even pick my head up. I'm just swinging. It's bad, bro. I see my nigga Jordan, there's more niggas on him. And I'm just seeing it, like, it was really bad for me, bro, and for both of us. And we just started running to the front. And it was this dude named Buddha, football player. I remember this nigga to this day was my dog. He ended up selling weed, too. He was a trap nigga at the school. Yeah. He just grabbed us, bro, and threw us behind the shit. Like, really threw me on the ground and grabbed Jordan. And then all these niggas just ran by to the front, and it was cops at the front. Right, yeah. So all these niggas got arrested. We sat in the back of the club like the whole night for like the next 45 minutes. All the girls from the club, the bartenders, like they all like, oh, are you okay? Like, damn, bro, my nigga Buddha like, yo, dog, y'all niggas crazy, bro, but like, dog, y'all, that's cool, nigga. Y'all, I got y'all, but I fuck with y'all niggas, like, dog, that shit crazy. You wouldn't even know them niggas. These niggas from, they were locals. Yeah, so they was really cutting for us. Like everybody that seen that shit happen. So it kind of like, after that, it was kind of lit at school. Okay. You know, after that, you know what I'm saying? They knew who you was on campus. Big dog on campus. But now on some shit, I didn't go to class for like 2-3 days, bro. Like, I would never forget that shit. Like, really visibly fucked up. Yeah, you was hurting, bro. Hurting shit, bro. Just in bed, like, shit all knotted up. I call it all my cousins. I must call everybody in my family, nigga. I must call everybody in my family, nigga. I got jumped. Bro, yeah, bro. I was heated, bro. I was so mad, dog. Yeah, I was gonna be prepared next time I go to Fuego. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, y'all niggas got me fucked up. It changed my whole perspective on ASU. I was ready from that point. It was game time. It turned me into like, I understood that place from that point. But until then, I was just kind of having my way around that bitch. Like, small town West, there's a lot of the cops, a lot of racist shit going on. But I feel like San Angelo was cool, man. You know, it turned me up in a way. Yeah, brought a lot out of me.
That's what do it. Going to a whole new city, new town, don't know no one. Got a couple homies, especially West Texas. Fuck.
Yeah, man. When I ended up dropping out, I didn't want to just drop out and go back to Texas, so I got an apartment in San Angelo.
Okay, so you ended up staying there.
Yeah, I dropped out maybe like end of my sophomore year before my junior year. Okay. Doing decent too. Damn. But I dropped out and it just got overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Do this shit no more. Yeah, I was about to do some like some pre-nursing shadowing. I was about to go shadow. Okay. You know, signing up for the program and doing all this shit, bro. That shit got cringe as fuck. I would go home for the like first 2 weeks of that shit and just really being like depressed. Like, you know. Fuck this shit. Yeah. Damn. Really like, I was like, damn, bro, like, you know, I'm seeing certain people from when I graduated with kind of look like they figuring certain things out and shit.
Yeah, starting to click and shit. And it wasn't clicking for you. That's how it felt.
I felt really low, bro. I was like, damn, what the fuck? So I ended up going to work in the oil field. Okay. Because then my mind just went logical. I was like, okay, let me run up some money.
Yeah, let's get this back.
Money.
Yeah,
like, money. At that point, we had no passion. It was like, money. Okay, fuck, that's $15 an hour. That's in 2014, 2013.
Oh, yeah, so that was
bro.
You're rich back then.
Oh, and it's
In Texas too?
Yeah.
Ooh, you was rich.
bro. And my rent was $600, 2-bedroom. I'm having my way in San Angelo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you a kingpin.
But nigga, I'm running it up, bro. I must have ran up like 8,000 in the summer. No, this is before like any hustling, before any trapping, before any passion.
This is way back when.
Bro, this is just figuring out as a man, bro. Like,
I gotta get bread.
I was like, oh fuck yeah, bro. That kept me in San Angelo for a whole nother year, bro.
Or you just like
Yeah, I started running up in the oil field, bro. It's even I never to this day, bro. I never gotta talk about that shit like that. Like, it's so many niggas, like old heads, young niggas from I know be watching what I'm doing right now, or like maybe see this or see some of the shit. Like, they fucked up because I remember back then. That's when I start rapping. When I was working at this oil field job, I started stacking up and I was like, I do something else, and I start rapping then around that time, and yeah, I just know it's so many of them niggas. I should tell them niggas, I'm like, y'all finna do this y'all whole life. Like, I'm finna fucking leave in a year. Like,
I'm out
this is a means to an end. I couldn't believe these niggas was like starting families and like just out there. I couldn't believe it, bro. But them niggas probably got some money right now.
Yeah, they probably sitting life. But you know, I mean, everyone has their own path. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes get the wife, get the kids, settle down, buy the house. There's no knock on the hustle. You know what I'm saying? But to people like us, it just seems fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like that to me at like 18, 19, I was like, bro, y'all are insane. Y'all want to stay here?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out this bitch.
Straight
you
up.
Know what I'm saying?
Once I figured out that music shit, every one of them checks, bro, it was just turning me up.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I was trying to figure out what was gonna be that point. It was like, what was gonna be that point? You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna dip, and I had already had it in my mind. I'm gonna go to Austin. It should made the most sense at the time. Like, you know, it's just I ain't got it like that to move to another state. Plus, I don't even know what this music industry shit like yet.
Yeah.
I just knowing I'm rapping and I'm making tracks, recording at the crib, recording with the little homie that's coming in my setup and shit. I pay him a little $20 or whatever. He come to my crib, smoke. You know, that was great for him. Yeah. He engineered. So that's how I was doing this music shit at the beginning while I was in San Angelo. But yeah, I hit that point. I think I was at like, I might have had like 18,000. I had some up in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I could move to another city.
Yeah, for sure.
Type shit. Last thing I was gonna do is sell my car. When I put that bitch on Craigslist, sold that bitch, right? Dude came out and looked at it, and he was like, "I'm gonna buy this shit." He was like, "I'll take it right now." I was like, I had something to do that weekend.
Yeah.
And I created an excuse. I was like, "Nah, I gotta make you a bill to sell. I'll give it to you on Monday." It was a Friday. I had to go to work that Saturday. And then I was gonna come home and go out and whatever and just be like, I'm about to be done with the oil field. I got bands in I'm about to sell this car. That Saturday morning, driving to work, I totaled my car. I almost died, bro.
Damn.
Real shit. Like, I'm laughing about it now, but that's like my real life experience. Like that was one of my first like. Yeah, I flipped my car 3 times. Bad, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, like.
Just on some like normal shit or like some shit someone came in your lane or like?
I was going to work. I work in the office. I was going to work at 6:30 every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I had went out that night. The day I was supposed to sell him the car, I went out that night. Yeah. I was doing something that night too. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I can't sell my car. I ain't gonna have no car. So I went out, turned up or whatever. And I had just got used to just staying out. Like, you know, sometimes, you know.
When you're young, you can do that shit.
Yeah, you just get used to it. You know you're gonna wake up and you're gonna do whatever the fuck. So I think I stayed up to like 3:30 that day. Got like 3 hours of sleep. Woke up at like 6:15. Got up, rushed, got in the car, drove to work. I'm San Angelo, you got San Angelo, and I worked in the oil field like 30 miles outside of San Angelo. So I had to drive this county road every day to work. 2 lanes on each side, but it would get 1 lane on each side sometimes.
When it gets tight.
And you got number 18 wheelers and just like trucks, work niggas. You know, so all this shit is, you know, big trucks or people going to work or just 18 wheelers. And I fell asleep.
Fell asleep at the
wheel. Some shit. Yep. Woke up in the. You know me. You normally you wake up when it's like on the bumps on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yep. I woke up in the grass, bro, and I panicked, bro. And I probably wouldn't even buy this ditch, but I knew in my head I'm like it's a ditch. Like it's a ditch.
It's gotta be here.
It's a ditch. Like it's a big ditch. You go over this little bridge, a big ditch. If I went in there, I could like die. Like on some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just corrected. I didn't panic and overcorrect. Car started spinning.
And then boop.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. It was a truck coming, and it was slow. I ain't have my seatbelt on. I'm watching the car spin, and then it just flipped. Boom. And landed right back on the shit. And like, I was good, bro. I got out the passenger seat, and this truck driver was running over there. And I came outside the car and I came out the passenger seat because I can't get out the driver's seat. Came around and I was kicking the car. I was like, fuck, because I had just sold the car.
Yeah.
And that dude came and he was crying. He was like, oh my God. And he was crying. It was a whole moment. He was like, bro, what's wrong? What the fuck are you doing? He was cussing at me. I was like, I just sold my car. He was like, do you know what the fuck I just saw?
Yeah.
Like,
you almost just died.
Like, yeah. And then the ambulance came. And what's crazy now, I think about it now, them niggas was like, I think they was really trying to figure out without drinking or something.
Yeah.
You know, before, like, it wasn't even, I didn't even get, you know, I wasn't bleeding. I wasn't fucked up. So, you know, granted, they didn't need to, when they rushed here, it's not like they need to rush me in the ambulance and take off.
Yeah.
But it kind of felt like they was trying to figure out, like,
what you was on. If
what
you
I was on.
something type shit.
You know what I mean? I fell asleep. Yeah, I think, so it was like kind of like a little buffer moment. Like, as I was leaving, almost like they was trying to figure out was I drunk or something, but I ain't hurt nobody or nothing anyway. So, I ain't even processed that at that time. Like, I just thought it was weird. Not later on, I was like, oh, I knew what was going on.
Yeah, type shit. Damn. So you ended up moving to Austin though. So you totaled the car.
Yeah, I never went back to the oil field work. I remember I had a check. I went and got that check. Everybody at work was like, oh my God, Billy, like it was love, bro. It was a lot of love because niggas like found out it happened. I never made the work that day, and then I just think somebody called me. I must have told them later on in the day, and I'm in the hospital, and it got around. So everybody was really worried. I went pick up my check. It was a lot of love, but I never went back to work. Everything that from that point was just a process out. Like, you know, I was just like, damn, I almost died in San Angelo type shit.
Died in San. That's crazy. So we got 3 multiverses. We got you where you're actually a registered nurse. We got you dead in San Angelo.
What a damn registered nurse I'm about to be. Man, shit, can you imagine, bro?
Imagine you pull up like, all right, let me take your blood.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
yeah. I was on some other shit.
You'd be a cold nurse though.
I probably would have been, bro, for real. Like, I would have been good, bro. I would have been passionate about that shit for sure. I'm a very passionate person, so would have been passionate.
That's hard. Okay, so you move out to Austin now. So now your shit starts. When did you start getting that first moment of like when the rap shit started to click? When it was like, okay, this is actually something that that's gonna take off. Like, I know, like, cause you know what I'm saying. When people, you know, when we start doing stuff, it all sounds crazy. Everyone like, you know, I'm like, fuck, you ain't gonna do shit. And then, but we in our head like, no, it's gonna happen. So at what point did it click and you was like, oh wait, this shit is actually really finna happen? You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit. Austin is way before that moment. Like, me being in Austin is being full decisive about what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but we far from that moment of like this is really happening. So Austin was just like the next step of the shit. Okay. I came, I had some money. Young, dumb, but I had some money, so I moved out there with my homie that I went to college with. You know what I'm saying? He had already moved back to Houston. Not the one I went to college with, like, that I came to college with from Elkins, but just a nigga I met at college, and he was from Houston too, and we became real good friends after I got into that fight. So like, he just ended up being my nigga. Shout out Carlos, my dog. Like,
shout out Carlos.
Yeah. I gotta not forget to drop names. I gotta drop names at this point because show niggas love. Cause these definitely guys that like still the homies to this day, you know. So yeah, me and Carlos, like when I was working in the oil field and stacking up, that nigga was trapping and finessing. And we would be on the phone all the time. I remember having conversations with this nigga as I'm in like the roller. I'd be on like locations in the oil field. Like, you know, we did oil field servicing. So I wasn't on the oil field day and night. I would go home every night. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I work for Tom Thorpe Transports. They like the 10th richest family in America. I mean, in Texas. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Shout out Kevin Thorpe, all them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like They show me love. I worked hard. They show love. I don't know about y'all dad. I don't know if, you know, we this West Texas, like, but I'll say to y'all definitely, like, once y'all figured out I can work, y'all show me love. Yeah, I'll be out there on the work sites for like 8 hours, bro, 10 hours, 12 hours, different days. And I'll be talking to my boy Carlos at least 2 hours out of the day. He'll be like, yeah, bro, I'm finessing. I went over here and ran up some money on the phones and I'm doing this, that. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? They just bumped me up to 16 hours. So shit, this week I'll probably make like 2,200. So, bro, just think about it. You know, not 20. It was like my next 2 pay periods, like the next 2 weeks. And I'll be like, yo, so we stacking up. And we was just like, we're going to get an apartment together in Austin. So we timed the shit. We literally timed the shit to where we moved to Austin at the same time, got an apartment, got a townhouse. Shit was nice, bro. And I was just on some like, I got money, let me figure this music shit out. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just running around the city, playing fucked up prices to record. I'm young, bro. I got all the shit. You know what I'm saying? All the shit happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Just paying $120 for an hour session. Oh, I can't pay that. Figure that out. Got to pay cheaper prices, $80. Niggas ain't really that good at engineering. Like, just running around trying to build this shit up. At that time, I ended up finding my videographer, Dakota. That's one thing that did happen at that time that he's still around to this day. My brother, like, just running around figuring out what's going to work for me and how I'm going to actually do this shit. So just at that time, just spending a bunch of money, bro, paying rent and just spending a bunch of money to say I'm rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing open mics. But all that shit was instrumental. Building a team, right? I ended up getting a part of this collective called AXM. AXM. I got that shit tatted on my ankle. Ended up building this collective. It was just these niggas, these 3 niggas from Austin that rap. And we ended up just linking up with them niggas. It was me, my boy Greg, and my boy Kato. And we linked with them niggas. And we ended up like forming AXM.
That's hard.
And that took a new stride too, because at that point, those dudes was really good at engineering. I was really good with the visuals. I'm in the field, nigga. Like, I was just I was always passionate. So, you know, just being downtown, going to club owners, bar owners, let's do a show here. Do y'all got open mics? Being a part of every open mic, just building. Like, I look at what All Future did in LA and shit, and I'm like, bro, damn, we was doing that shit in Austin.
An Austin type
Literally,
shit.
100%. Austin just not fucking industry.
Yeah.
Austin is live music, but it's not industry shit.
Yeah,
you know
it's not LA.
It's not LA at all.
No.
So that's what the fuck I was doing, bro. But all that shit really built me, bro. Like, turned me into a monster. You know, Austin definitely turned me into a monster as far as just knowing who I am as an artist and knowing what I'm doing.
So it really developed you. It was kind of like, you know, it was like your training grounds. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you had to go through that hero's journey. You feel me? Where you gotta train. You feel me? You gotta, you know.
You know South by Southwest?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, bro.
So when was the first South by Southwest?
That shit probably was like 2016, 2015 probably. 15, 16, one of those. Maybe 15. Because, yeah, I'll give it 15. Had to be. One of those, bro. One of those two. But that was my first one. And that shit was some scrub shit. I was just, a regular nigga there, bro. Nah, I was me, bro. I knew who I was.
Yeah.
But, you know, this shit been a long journey. So, I wasn't even an official artist then.
I mean, bro, you gotta look at it. Like, everyone that goes to South by Southwest, like, always has that moment. Like, it's like the proving grounds for artists. Like, this is always example I use. Like, you know, the baby,
Yeah,
you know,
I got a funny story about that too.
You know the diaper, bro.
Yeah, bro. That same year, I threw a South by Southwest show. I threw my own show that year, and we booked the baby. Well, we booked De Niro Ferrar. I don't know if you, but the baby, they from the same city. They used to rap. The baby used to be with him all the time. And that nigga performed this song called Baby Jesus. And like, bro, I ain't gonna count. He got that whole turn. Like, bro, I didn't know. Hey, if you watch this shit, nigga, we probably should work just because of that, bro. Just because of that. Because, like, I booked you for a show, South by Southwest. I probably booked De Niro Ferrar, but you came with him. And he performed this song called Baby Jesus. And it wasn't even De Niro Ferrar's song. It was the baby song.
Yeah.
But the whole crowd got turned, and De Niro as far as like, run that bitch back.
Yeah.
And they ran his song back like 3 times, bro. The baby got De Niro Ferrar set turned. And I think that was the same year he had the diaper on and shit.
Then he was actually like a baby. Did he perform in the?
Nah, he wasn't in that. Then.
Okay, that was.
It wasn't his set, so he was probably like, you know what, I'm
gonna just keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
Yeah, just not normal shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you threw the baby show. So you went from, you know, you just kind of running around to throwing your own show. Was that like, how long did that take? Like a year, 2 years?
Yeah, that's like a year, man.
It's a year.
Yeah,
It's quick.
We hungry, bro. Me and my boy Richie, bro. It's my brother, RP, my brother. Like, you know, we just lost him like a year and a half ago. Yeah, bro.
Rest in peace, bro.
It's so much I realized after he was gone too. That's how it normally is too. But even that's my brother. I'm at peace with like our relationship and everything. But yeah, bro, me and that nigga, we was greedy, bro. Like, I was like, I knew how to play the politics side of like internet shit. Putting the piecing together, like who knew me through the internet, who I knew, and being at South by Southwest and positioning shit. And then Richie was like an engineer. He was like really in the sound guy. Richie could do a great ass engineer, and he would like he could do sound at places. You know what I'm saying? Like,
at venues type shit. Yeah,
bro. Back then we had autotune. Like we was doing our own autotune back then. Like, but we was ahead of our time, bro. Like, and that was because of Richie. Like that nigga would we would be at shows and shit, and we would finesse performing without even ever being on the flyer. Everything we'd be there. I'll be making the right like impact, talk to the right people.
Yeah.
We was always trying to be on some fly shit. I was with my girl at the time. She had already moved from Philly and was out here. Well, she had moved from Philly, but she'd be out here with us and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was deep on the fashion shit. And I was tuned to. I knew that I needed to be on some fashion shit. I fucked with a lot like a vintage niggas out here in Texas. I would piece shit together. Having her come out too added that whole other element to like AXM at the time. And we would just be on. We was definitely on some fly shit. Like we definitely stood out everywhere we was in Austin. So if we went to a show that wasn't too big, we could normally finesse something. You know what I mean? We would do a lot of finessing. South by Southwest, we did a lot of finessing, and a lot of it was because of Richie, bro. Like Richie could have our sound. You know what I'm saying? If it was like if
everyone needs a sound guy.
Yeah, but he was an artist too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That nigga was
hard.
a rock star. Like we were so similar. Now I think about it, like, but he could if we finesse that shit and they let us do it, he can make it happen. So it wasn't like, okay, yeah, we'll let y'all perform and then it's complicated. Okay, we y'all hard job, like,
Yeah.
and now we, we're making it difficult.
Yeah.
Richie, okay, you gonna let us perform? But we boom.
Boom.
And low key, I sound to be better than the niggas that's
They got booked.
bro crazy. I think, yeah, bro. Like we had our own damn mics. I remember one time we did this show, and we killed that shit. It was at this 512. It was at this bar called 512, and we had our auto-tune mic. We had our wireless mics, and we had our auto-tune attached to them too. And it's one nigga after we performed. One nigga, he wanted his artist to use our mics. He came up to Richie. He came up to Richie and asked for the mic. Richie was like Richie was kind of like, he was like Prince vibes.
Yeah.
Like he was like even before I tapped into that my caricature. I feel like he had those elements about himself. And nigga came and asked him for the mic, and Richie was like, and walked away. And so dude came up to me, and I'm more like grounded. I'm more just a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he came up to me, and I was like, he was like, yo nigga, like yo homie, bro, like and acting all weird, bro, like y'all nigga know we from. Like I came and asked him about them. He could have said no if he didn't want us to use him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I mean he don't want you to use him, bro, but like that nigga, he just different, bro. But like, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, we just be doing our own thing or whatever. So, and you know what I'm saying, I gave him a more
concrete, you know what I'm saying, down to earth response.
Yeah, like, but yeah, that just made me reminisce about that dynamic, because that dynamic definitely, we elevated a lot with that dynamic.
Oh yeah. I mean, just from what you're describing of him and how you are, it's kind of like damn near opposite, but the same thing. You know
think
what I'm
about
saying?
it.
That's what it meshes the best. You feel me?
I ain't see it like that then, like all the way. I knew we was the lead. I knew we were the catalyst to what AXM was doing and shit. But it was just a lot of, ego shit. We like got to a point we was trying to do shows and shit, and like we'd do a show and then it'd say AXM and Richie Holliger on that hoe. Like not AXM and Richie Holliger, but it'd be like AXM and then it'd have Richie Holliger, he an artist on there too. It's like, what the hell is going on? Like it was like a lot of that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But still the love in it. Like we still mix each other music. We still pouring it into each other, but it was just going through those growing pains and who we wanted to be individually and
who wants the spotlight, not a collective. That shit happens. So I mean, so you're throwing shows in Austin now. You're getting a buzz, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like
I'm getting
some Austin buzz, or whatever internet shit would happen. Now around that time, I think I started penetrating internet shit a little bit too. Getting in publications. Shout out my girl again too, like being from up there from Philly and New York and shit. She from Philly, but being from New York, it's just a little bit more faster paced there. And I think a lot of people when they're younger, it gets planted in their head that they can do something like that.
Oh yeah.
Us in the South.
Yeah.
We be on some whole other shit.
We be on some football shit.
Yeah, we on some football shit, some college shit.
Football and oil.
Yeah, nigga, I'm working football. Nigga, like
working in football.
Yeah, they be tapping into other shit early up there. So even then, around that time, like when she was down here, it'd be a lot of shit that I would take in. Like, oh, I could get a publication.
Yeah.
I look different enough. I do some crazy shit in my visuals. I got some other shit going on.
Yeah.
I gotta start getting into this internet shit, cause like I'm way different from what the normal culture is in Texas.
Yeah, 100%.
We can get into this too. Just foreshadowing, my boy Trader Truth, my dog, big homie. Like if I would have been a different type of artist, somebody like Trader Truth would have reached out to me way before he did.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause Houston's a certain culture type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you rap a certain way, if you a certain way, then you can penetrate certain things that stereotype.
The
Stereotypical.
cookie cutter. Like if you do X and Y, you get Z.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sound like this, you do
Look
that,
like
you this
look
type of
like
nigga.
this, yeah. Mhm.
Boom. So I'm a whole different type of nigga,
Yeah.
and I'm coming from not the nigga with money. Like I'm
Yeah.
coming from the nigga who's creative.
Yeah.
I'm different. You know, that's a long journey, cause
Yeah.
you know, money in this industry, or just having, you know, taking that lane, whether it's street credit, whether it's like you're a trap nigga and you using that and like your credit there and your money there to kind of create this persona here, it could definitely fast track a lot of shit. So I took a whole nother different approach. But being from Texas, that's definitely like different. It's difficult.
Oh yeah.
And so like the internet, I started to use the internet then too. I'll say that around that time.
So internet starts popping. So what? You hop on Twitter,
Instagram,
yeah. Twitter.
Instagram and shit. I was kind of slow with Twitter. I don't talk a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't really got a bunch of shit. Just get on, just act like I got some shit to tell everybody out there. I got other ways to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Through the music, through the art.
Through the
you know
art,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? 100%.
uh-huh.
Okay, so shit's popping in. You getting on the internet. Shit's starting to click. It's throwing shows. Your boy Richie's trying to do his solo act. You know what I'm saying? So when did it start like bubbling? Because I'm assuming you're not still with AXM, correct?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like at that time,
When did it?
it's a whole journey. Shout out my nigga Fino, my dog, doing his shit. But he got a project coming out too. So yeah, I think around that time, shit started. We started going our separate ways and shit. And like, so I, you know, me, I'm a goddamn boss. Nigga, I was already building like my resources.
Yeah.
You know, I was always on that type of time period. And even when I was with XM, when I built resources, I would bring it to the team. But like, you know, I had the mindset of knowing like I need to build my resources to be able to be on my own time,
self-sufficient.
on everything.
Yeah.
Engineering, because one of the homies that was in our collective was engineering our shit at that time, man. So yeah, so everything started. We started going our separate ways and shit, but still utilizing some of the same shit, like you know, same videographers and photographers.
Yeah.
You know, we would do shows. You know, but you know, we were definitely going our separate ways. And at that time, I was about to move back to Texas. Like, I was not Texas, but Houston. I'm from.
Houston, yeah.
I was plotting like, all right, it's shit going on in my family. I had some legal shit going on in Texas and Houston and Austin. It was just a lot of shit that was like, you know what, probably that time for me to start like move to Texas, Houston. I mean, like Austin, kind of like corny in a good way.
In a good way. It's weird, dude.
It's
Keep
weird.
Austin weird.
Yeah. I was like, it's that time, bro, because like I started seeing, I'm like, hold up, like it's niggas from the city that's happening with me now. Like niggas from Houston. Houston is a different level I look at as far as rapping. Like, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing in Austin. I'm growing at South by Southwest or whatever, for getting better shows because I'm there. I can take advantage of actually knowing the club owner. So when South by Southwest come, it's just a lot of shit, you know, if you're really proactive, you could take advantage of. But Houston was like, I need to get to Houston and tap in with a lot of the OGs or just it's more culture than more industry there.
100%.
So sure enough, I moved back to Houston. At this time, my girl living with me too, and we in Houston. So this a different point. It's like shit. All right, we bigger. We definitely progressed.
Yeah.
But like, what is this step gonna be?
Yeah. What's the next
Am I about
move?
to move to Houston and like kind of slightly turn back into that old Billy that's like, all right, I want my money. Like, what am I got this in me. Before I just fully embraced my passion and turned into cult leader, I had this very practical part of me because I'm the oldest male in my family. I'm the male of my family, so part of me is like, there's a certain amount of money I need to make every month. It's just a certain thing that made me feel comfortable, made me feel like a man. So it's really a middle ground of like, it's gonna turn me up or is it gonna push me back in that point of like wanting to. So yeah, it was a lot of that was that, like that balance of like, am I about to go back to like being like, nah, I just gotta make this much and I gotta get me a crib out here and like, 'cause fucking rent is only $1,500. I can have a house. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck. But I stuck with it, bro. I stayed down, bro, and I stayed passionate. So when the money I was making when I was in Houston and stacking up, nigga, I was aggressively investing that shit in myself creatively, shooting my videos, traveling. I spent 4 bands in a month coming to New York or go to LA. I'm in LA. I'd be in LA for a month. 4 bands. That's more than anybody paying to live here for a month. Yeah. But nigga, I'm that because I'm like, I'm gonna be here for a month. I need to put shit together. Aggressive, nigga, like very aggressive about my passion about this music shit and just going all in, leaped. And around that time, it started to pay off a little bit. Like, I had the homie like Trey the Truth reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, started hanging with Trey. I really got a lot of love from him. Like, brought me this crib. Like, man, bro, like Trey kind of like really was just like, I fuck with you, nigga. Like you really kind of like could be like that next Rager from my city, like.
Type
You know,
shit.
obviously he brought up Travis. Obviously he brought up, and this is before like I remember around that time like fucking with Trey. I met Cheddar the Connect, who managing Don Tolliver,
yeah.
and like met Don, you know, Warehouse Live. We both did Cookies Festival before he popped way off, and it was like that time. That it was a great time, and I felt like it was perfect. Like me and him kind of created a slight relationship, and that started to Trey because like if it wasn't for Trey, I wouldn't have been able to like be in the mix that I was, even though I'm from Houston. I don't got the ties in Houston that like a lot of niggas got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't on no gang shit in high school. I wasn't on no clique shit.
Yeah.
I moved right out. I went to San Angelo right after I graduated. So, when I moved back to Texas, I got roots there. When I moved back to Houston, I got roots there, but I might as well have been like an alien, I might as well have been like a goddamn alien straight up. Might as well have been. But it was a new challenge, but I knew I needed to do that shit because as much as I did what I did in Austin, it wasn't gonna penetrate. Like,
no.
It wasn't gonna penetrate. So Houston was very necessary and relevant. And shout out to Trey because he put me in some spaces. Fucking 713 Studio, shout out them. They got hella plaques now. They got Bieber, they got Travis, they got Don Tolliver. I was right in the mix of all of that shit. Like, it's a lot of shit, bro, around that time that I look at now where I'm at. I'm like, yo, this is a legendary run. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, it's really the first time I got to speak on it from, like, a perspective that I'm at right now. Because I just been going and going and going. Yeah.
Damn.
And then it's this podcast shit and all this shit. It's just, it's new now.
Yeah.
So, like, it's going. And then I'll still be trying to figure out, like, which ones I want to do, what I want to do, what's right. Like, I'm an enigma to some people and it works, to a certain extent. So I like that. But, I want people to know who I am and I want people to know, like, there's reasons to the shit that I do.
There's levels to the
deep.
shit.
So I appreciate the questions you asked me.
No, 100%. Yeah, because, I always like to go back because, anyone could just talk about, oh, yeah, what you do now. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's a lot of shit in the past people don't like talking about. There's a lot of good stories back there. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So real shit. Okay. Speaking of old stories, what about what was like the latest show you had? Like so just maybe not lit, maybe just like craziest experience. Like some wild shit happened.
Gosh, I'm thinking like, all right. So the craziest show, I think it was before. Okay, it's two different ones. The craziest show was, it was what year? It was like 2018 or 19. It was it might have been 2019. Literally, it wasn't even that long ago. It was the first time I did Rolling Loud South by Southwest. But I had a show before that, the night before that. It was a smaller show, and this was the first time I went back to South by, and I felt like, oh shit, different now.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't. Yeah. I wasn't even living in LA at the time either. I wasn't even in LA as much at the time. I was in Houston, but I was having weight. I just felt shit growing and shit. So when I went back to Rolling Loud that time, I went back to South by Southwest that time, it just felt different. Like, it felt different. So I had the show, and sure enough, like, we had a smaller show. I think we had, like, it probably was, like, 120 people that was there. But niggas was cult members. Like, I seen niggas that was I seen a couple people that was at my open mics back in the day, to niggas that I knew, like, okay, they was Austin locals and seen me growing, seen me move out this bitch and seen me still doing whatever I was doing. It's a nigga that was there that was like, bro, it was niggas rap my shit word for word, like it's the first time I seen, like, I think I seen like my cult members in person.
Damn.
Like type shit, like, you know what I mean? They rapping shit word for word, unreleased shit. I performed unreleased shit that I knew I had snippeted on my lives and shit like that. They knowing that shit.
Oh, they was like screaming.
It was lit, bro. Like, it was lit, and that was before that was before my Rolling Loud. That was for my Rolling Loud performance, South by Southwest. I think South Rolling Loud was kind of testing me then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna give them South by Southwest, see what was up. But that night, that show before that night, I told myself I'm not gonna lose my voice. I'm not gonna rage that hard. Like, I'm not gonna go.
I'm gonna keep it peaceful.
Keep it peaceful.
Yeah.
But it did not turn out like that, because it was different, bro. Yeah. And I fucking went crazy. And I woke up next day, my voice is kind of gone, and my booking agent was like, oh my God. Like she was kind of like, it's funny. Shout out Darlene. Like, I got so much love for Darlene DeLuna, bro. Big boss, dog. She was like, it was funny because she was trying not to act like she was like
upset.
Like she's trying to act like she wasn't like worried about it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hey, you said you wasn't gonna turn up that much. Maybe you just gotta drink some stuff." Like she kept commenting on it throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like I knew she was worried about it. It was rolling loud. It was a clear level. You know what I'm saying? Like she got tired of rolling loud. That's my dog. Like she really been instrumental in the come up. So I know she wanted that shit to go well. She wanted it to go very well. But we did my sound check. Everything was good. It was lit. I ran into Don at sound check. It was dope. Like it just like I remember these type of things because me being independent, everything that I've done has been intentional. Yeah. And I know how I got where I got into.
100%.
Ain't got no big homies, none of that shit. You know, I got people like Darlene and my girl and it's the coldest people in my career that's been instrumental. But you know, I'm my big homie. I am the big homie. So just having those type of moments was cool. Sound check went real well. My sound was beautiful. So from that point on, it was just by raising my voice and whatever the fuck. Yeah. Bro, I mean, that night came about, and I would say that was one of the most lit shows. I've had litter shows, obviously, but that was my first festival. That was my first festival. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I came out in the creature costume, came out full on cult leader, bro.
Is that the white or the black with the white? Yeah, that shit was hard.
I came out on my shit, dog.
That shit was hard.
Yeah, I wanted to make a statement, dog, because I knew I was like, this is the beginning to something. Yeah. You know, and I wanted to show niggas I'm a real rager. I'm one of them. So yeah, shit went very well.
Was it hot as fuck in that suit?
I came out the top. I normally come out the top after the first song.
Oh, that shit's fully fucking.
Yeah, I slowly come out that bitch. Okay, you know, it's a what is it? It's a theater. It's like it's a goddamn
performing arts.
Yeah, it's performing arts for sure. So yeah, that shit went very well. I think I woke up, was on Rolling Stone the next day. I don't, gotta keep in mind, I don't got no PR, I don't got none of that shit. So that means like whoever was there, Pete, it was impactful.
It was like, damn, I fuck with this.
And I think that was the beginning to like, what's playing out now as far as with what people what people expect me to do on stage and the energy and shit like that. And even just the type of music I make a lot of stadium music and just a lot of big shit.
So that like set the tone.
Yeah. All in a way.
I got a sidebar. So I don't know if you remember, but I was doing some research. Do you remember being booked for a JG and Friends show?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it rained out, right?
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to that show and like JG was the homie.
Yeah. Shout out JG.
A bunch of other guys from Dallas that was putting on like that was like the talk of the fucking.
For real, yeah. It rained out. I remember that shit. We was there, bro.
Yeah.
I came. We was bummed out. My girl probably remember this shit, but she really thought about it too. Like. Cause we came down there, gang. Like came down to AXM. Yep. Came down there full AXM on y'all niggas. Y'all didn't even know what y'all was about to experience, boy. I had a chip on my shoulder around that time too. So any opportunities I got like that, I was definitely finna come show out. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Damn.
I was finna rage. You was finna see some shit, bro, for sure.
There's a lot of shit that happened like behind the scenes. Like if that show would have happened, like people would have. Like multiverse thing, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't rain, like shit, like
it would have been crazy.
It would have been crazy, like the whole. I don't know. It was like a moment in time, and that rain just like
that shit probably got shut down. Cause you seen, I don't know if you pulled it. I remember this shit vividly. I got a good memory because I remember pulling up to that shit, and we was like it was like a It was something. It was something. Yeah. I think JG was on to something, especially around that time. It was something. It would have packed out. The shit would have been something. They had a stage, the basic ass stage. Everything, but he had this it was just too close to houses. I knew that shit would have. I felt like it would have got shut down because it wasn't it wasn't it wasn't in its own space. It was a space and it had a gate around it and everything. But even the gate was this type of height. It was like one of the yard gate. It was like a gate in front of a yard. Hella people would have been jumping that shit. I imagine it probably would have got shut down, but it would have been lit.
It would have been lit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I think a lot of people was gonna show up, but I remember looking outside that day. I was like, bro, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The homie Frankie was hosting that hotel.
That's crazy.
So
yeah.
That would have been.
We came there the night before because one of the homies in our group is from Dallas. So we came there the night before, bro. Shit.
It's crazy.
This shit crazy, dog.
Crazy, bro.
This shit, it's too crazy. There's so much shit, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even want to get into one thing. I let that slide. I let one thing slide, but yeah.
Okay, all right. So I know you keep talking. Cult leader. Tell me about the cult. Tell me about you being a cult leader. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
How you're, you know.
Yeah, it's deep too. That's deep too. But it's really a culture leader.
I like that.
It really something. I genuinely started calling myself cult leader as empowerment. I realized, damn, I could empower other people if I stick through with this, because people go through that process of like, why he call himself cult leader, to digging into what I'm doing because it's provocative and I'm calling myself cult leader, to then like figuring it out. You know, whether it's through the art and they like, damn, this nigga is really like free with his shit, or whether it's because like they hate it for a minute and then like they started to grasp it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the two. A lot of people get it up front. A lot of people hate on it for a minute and then like they start to embrace it because, you know, I'm very articulate with my art, and like if I ain't gotta tell you, I ain't gotta verbalize what cult leader mean, I'm gonna do it visually all day. But I do jump on live and tell people sometimes. I do, you know, tweet sometimes and put on stories what it means to me. You know, and like here, I'm saying like it's culture leader. It means like it's empowerment. I remember, you know, 3 years ago, just being in the rooms with niggas with a lot of money, and just being like, damn, like I obviously fill space. Like I fill up space in the music industry. Like these niggas fuck with me. Like I'm something, but like nigga, I'm still dealing with life. Like I'm still dealing with life, bro. Like I'm still balancing. Like, whoa. So I started to call myself cult leader to empower myself and know like I don't need none of that shit to feel the influence that I know I'm bringing. So I'm gonna just start saying it right now, because being provocative is good anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like what the fuck? And then it has a real meaning. I feel like it killed two birds with one stone. Like every time I call myself cult leader, I started to feel more and more like that nigga. Like, but then I also knew that it's marketing too.
Oh, it's 100% marketing.
And I got a lot of more tricks to pull out the bag for y'all niggas. But everything I do is legacy. Everything I do is like long term, and it's meant to like play out over time and for people to understand it and really like, you know what I'm saying, really become a part of what I'm doing. So then I started being like, my fans are not fans, they cult members. Because because I started seeing the people that started following me, bro. My creative community is elite, 100%. Like that's it's very elite. Like my creative resources is very elite, and I think that comes from me projecting the way I do, and like those are the type of people that relate to me first. Creators, people who are trying to paint their own pictures, their own worlds. They see what I'm doing, and whether they relate to it off rip or whether it's just something that just catches their eye, it pulls them in. And so I started to build a community there, and then started seeing how I'm inspiring those guys. Made me be like, yo, damn, y'all not really fans, y'all cult members, because y'all are taking my energy and doing other shit.
Yeah, y'all taking it and making it to your own.
Yeah, y'all are doing other shit, bro. Like I'm peeping, bro. Like, and it would be a number of a big amount of people, fans that would DM me. I would go peep what they doing shit. And like normally you would go look and see it just be some regular people. Yeah,
you know, working at Arby's, you know what I'm saying.
But my cult, and I got a lot of regular folks now because I was growing. Now
of course.
You know how the world work. People start co-signing you or shit happens. Other people come on board. They, you know, the stages that I've been on. But before then, my community was very much. It felt like a cult, and it felt like people that I felt like I was really inspiring. I wasn't just like a.
You're just a fan. Like, nah, it was just like, it was more of a community. You bring them in.
So I be on live, being vulnerable. All those people help me be more vulnerable and everything. I got like, we can get into. I got an album that's gonna come out next year. Hopefully, I'm more anticipated. Yeah, it's gonna be my most vulnerable music ever that I've ever done. Yeah, it's gonna be vulnerable. Like I'm gonna talk about some shit. And I honestly just made that decision like two weeks ago. Shout out my boy Justice. He's the CEO of LBRN. We were just having dinner, and he was like, "Bro, I fuck with you heavy," and like, he's like, "We getting to know each other more." But one thing piece of advice I know I could give you is like, you going through evolution right now. A lot of shit's happening, and you got it figured out. One thing I can tell you should do is like, on your next shit, if it ain't just one coming up, give them like, tell them the story, cause I get real creative with shit. So I've talked a lot of real shit, but I do it in very like avant-garde ways, or in my music I'll do it won't be so literal. In my music it'll be very, it's like you're giving them imagery, you know what I'm saying. You're not giving them written documents. You're painting a picture for them. Like in my song Madonna I just dropped, I was like, I had dinner with Madonna for real. I had dinner with Madonna for real. My dad really got shot for real. It's killing my pride for real. All bullshit aside. So I'm just saying like I'm at dinner with Madonna right now, but my dad just got shot like 2 weeks ago.
Type shit.
Yeah. Like real true story. Like, so it be I just I go by it
It's-
quick like
yeah,
that. I'll say it and then I'll say some creative, inspiring shit right after it, or just some shit that's just cool wordplay. You know, I'm talking my shit in the song,
Yeah.
so you know, we gonna get there. We gonna get there too with the fans. I'm gonna take y'all there soon, but it's a journey, bro. I'm here for the long term. I'm for the long run, not a short one. You know.
I hear it. So just kind of just the shit that you've been putting out, just like you be peppered in there, but now
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you've been giving the breadcrumbs, now you're gonna give them the whole
Yeah,
loaf.
so yeah, you know, I got some. We got Alien in My City coming this year. That's what's coming this year, but yeah, my plans is give them after this, give them that. But Alien in My City got its meaning, got a good meaning. We hinted on it earlier when I said I felt like an alien in Houston. You know. So,
well, I mean, I think that's what the people want to know. When did you become full alien?
yeah, it was back then.
Or are you full alien yet? You still got, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of we gotta get into this alien
look,
shit,
bro.
dog.
Look, okay. Like shit been going viral lately. We can play into all the gimmicky, you know, all this shit that make people talk, whatever. That shit's funny. That shit's cool. But I'm a real nigga. I'm a real, like, I'm not one to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you, I think, person. If you ever meet me in person, I'm gonna give you the real me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't. It's like, don't play with me. Like the weird shit. Like this cult leader shit and everything is really for inspiration, bro. Like, I got sisters at home. I got a mom at home, like, who watching me evolve in life, change my life, a different perspective. This ain't gimmick shit when I come up with this shit and I say this shit. Like, I know that my mom gonna ask me what cult leader mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't think that when I create that this, like, I'm one of them weird niggas that you meet in person and I'm like trying to play you or like, you know, it's real. Everything's authentic. It's real, and I want to be personable with everybody and shit. But so I say that to say the alien shit really come from like how I feel in my heart, like you know, starting in Houston, starting music, just in general, moving to Texas. I felt like nobody really related to me. I felt like I had a chip on my shoulder. I'm moving out here with all women, my mom and shit. I'm moving out here with my cousins. They got a whole structure, you know. I had a chip on my shoulder even then. So then even going to college and then starting this rap shit, it's been all self evolution. I ain't never had nobody saying, do this, bro, it's safe. Like, so like now when I evolved to be very different in music and I said I'm gonna go this route, it took a lot of risk. It took a lot of like consciousness of like it might be harder. You know what I'm saying? And so like me calling myself an alien and just realizing like I'm doing this shit through like the fact that I know, like, I don't say the cards is against me at all. Nah, not saying that, but I just knew like I chose to go down a route that I knew was unconventional.
Different.
So that was different.
No
guarantees, and I chose to fulfill myself through like just creating my own world. Fulfill myself through like me being creative and building my own legacy. And I feel like that's alien shit. I feel like that's shit that like being tapped out of the matrix. That's like being self-assured and self-aware and being in your own, creating your own. You know what I'm saying? You know, you create your own purpose. Your own universe. That's, you know, a lot of people can say they're alien if you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you walk around so many people who's really zombies. Like, you really are alien to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a lot of people who could relate to me who don't even know. 100%. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to growing with my fan base. But that alien shit really some shit from my heart. Not to be on some.
It's like you said. It's not on some like, oh, I want some tension. Right. It's really how you feel. You're expressing yourself. And I
be tatting all this shit like before I even be doing it. You know what I mean? I be tatting like all my creative thoughts and shit that I know I want to put in the world, whether I'm gonna do it through music or whatever. I be tatting that shit on me, like. Man, whether I drop the project, like whether it's before I drop the project or conceptualize it or after. Like this right here was before I conceptualized any of this alien shit that I'm running with right now.
Really?
I tattoo myself as an alien.
That's crazy.
It's literally me. It's literally me right now. But I did this shit before this was the idea. Yeah. Before we decided we gonna put the prosthetic on and really live this shit day to day. Yeah. I just tatted on my arm.
And then it just grew
A lot of this shit, you can't make this shit up. Like, the shit went viral at Rolling Loud. Like, I'm at Rolling Loud. My girl, like, that's complex. I'm like, maybe we should do an interview with them. Like, we ain't run over there. We knew they was going to come that way. And they came through, and they was like, yo, we got to interview you, you know. And then they asked me, do you think aliens are real? Like, how is that the S question you ask? Like that's crazy. No, but they asking everybody that question, so it wasn't something they asked me just because I got my shit on. Yeah. It was the question of the day.
The question of the day. It was just the so happens to be the question of the day.
Yeah, bro. It's just shit like that. You can't be making that shit up. But I be appreciating little shit like that, and it's only about to get bigger. So, yeah.
That's hard. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, all right. So what's in store next? What's in the chamber?
Man, Alien in My City project I got coming right now. I've been fucking working on this shit heavy. When you evolve, you deal with new shit in the industry, just relationships, a lot of different shit. I went through a lot to get this project where I'm at right now, and I appreciate that because it's just showing me like I'm leveling up. This shit finna be go. It's finna go.
It's finna go.
Yeah, it's finna go.
This
bro.
the one.
I had a lot of them that could be the one. I dropped a project with my boy Chasing Money called Religion. Really opened up a lot of doors at that time. It was like that was in 2020, I think. We dropped Religion, and I know it opened up a lot of doors. I remember being in Atlanta with that nigga, and after that, like a lot of different niggas reaching out to me. That could have been the one. I'd be going crazy.
Yeah.
So
They all the one.
Yeah, they all the fucking one, bro. But it's a lot of cool shit happening right now. So maybe something really spectacular will happen after this.
Maybe the right person hears it and puts you in the right room with the right thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it just is the domino effect
Right.
to maybe get to wherever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think that could be the case with this one for sure.
That's what I be thinking with everything. I'm like, man, I don't know what might happen, but it might be the catalyst to start something else that might happen later down.
Facts.
Just like open up different doors. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Multiverse, bro. I'm telling you, bro. it's
Yeah, you
different,
keep using that
dude.
word,
I
multiverse.
love that shit, bro. I'm telling you, I be thinking about it like, damn, like if I do this today, and like I wonder if this, I just be overthinking shit. But
Facts.
that shit really is real though. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just retrospecting shit and looking back on it, you're like, damn, I would have never gotten here if you could break it down like granularly. Like if I never went out and met this person at the bar or went at this show,
Yeah.
he introduced me to Home, and I ended up moving out here, linked up with him. He tapped me with Boo, I threw my
Yeah.
verse. I don't know, bro. Just the whole
It
time,
be like that.
I be really.
It's amazing.
It's crazy to think about.
It's a fucking amazing, bro. You can't. That's the part. That's called a movie. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
movie.
I feel like my movie's unique as fuck, but a lot of niggas got movies, bro, because, how people get to where they get to, and then you find out where they from and where they come from, it should be amazing.
Wow, it'd be mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, how did that
Yeah.
shit even fucking happen?
Yeah, dog. I was out, like I said, I was at a dinner with, my girl just dropped with Mishka the other night, so we had like a release dinner at Harriet's. And we was at dinner, and I had told one of the homies, he ran LVRN, I told him, like, I used to work in the oil field, and they was tweaking out. Cause like it's when they had that, it was like they went through that same what we talking about. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You worked in the oil field, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then even me, I started realizing like, damn, bro, yeah, this is a fucking journey. Like this has been
Yeah.
a movie, bro. This has been a real movie, bro. I can imagine my boy Willie, like shout out Willie from the oil field, dog. Like Willie was like an older nigga, yeah, dog. Willie, he DM'd me a couple times. I had logged in. I never be on Facebook, so I logged into Facebook, and I seen he had messaged me. And I told him, I was like, nigga, I don't be on fucking Facebook. Like, hit me on Instagram. And he hit me on Instagram one time. And I need to hit him back or just try. Maybe I did hit him back. I need to tap in to see what's up. But Willie was like this black nigga that worked in the oil field. And he had been working there for a minute. So he really took me on his arm.
Yeah.
Put me on game, all the different people, how to deal with the different people. And he really just run it up. He took me, like, he said, give me a ride to work sometimes, like, just for the hell of it. We just grew a friendship type shit. I met his kids and shit. And, I know he tweak out when he probably see me at this point.
He like, what the fuck?
I be thinking about that sometimes. Like, I know he tweak out, bro. I did tell him I was gonna be rapping. I did tell him at that time I'm sorry. I was starting to rap at that time. I would go home and I was rapping at that time, but I like that's saying in the oil field, bro. Like, damn, bro. I know he be. So I'll be thinking about shit like that too.
From the oil field to Rolling Stone.
Bro, yeah, Rolling Stone, right? Yeah, that's gonna be That gonna be an article cover one day soon. Yeah, yep. And you kind of probably one of the first platforms I talk about it in depth, like but I be using that shit to my advantage, bro. I feel like I lived a whole different type of life.
Yeah, 100%.
I didn't have like out of high school I want to do music. I'm passionate about somebody in my family. Like, nah, bro. I was on some practical shit. This shit is like, it's a blessing that I found this shit.
Yeah, and then it's still going, going up.
I was with my I used to be out there, Sangelo. I was going to the homie's crib after I worked out, and I was smoking and watching niggas rap on the computer, and in my head I'd be like, these niggas lame. Like, I fuck with these niggas, but these niggas lame.
I ain't got that shit.
And then one day they let me rap on that hoe, and I put my shit down, and I tried to act like I wasn't tripping, like I wasn't all excited about it. But I was riding in the crib at night with the ox. I was listening to that shit. I was like, it's on repeat. I was like,
I just fell in love with him, myself on the mic.
and from that point, I was rapping. So yeah, it was just like falling to that passion shit.
It just clicked.
Uh-huh.
That's hard. Now you mentioned you say you working out. I know you be, you know what I'm saying,
Somewhat.
on your buff shit. You know what I'm saying? How is that like?
I ain't on no damn buff shit.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. You know, the average person on here don't be working out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm really big into working out the past year or so. So I like, you know, I'm just interested like how you think that's helped like, you know, your creativity, you know, releasing stress, you know, staying fucking connected and grounded and aligned. You feel me? Like
that part, that stress part. I be raging sometimes when I work out. Honestly, I be like raging in my head sometimes. But then a lot of other times I just be cool and I just be like a control thing. Like it's one thing you can control in life.
100%.
You know, like
100%.
cause so much shit, bro. Even now, like, bro, that's one thing I like to. That's what I'm saying. Like in my next album, I'm getting into it for real. I'm getting deep into it, but on social media or whatever, I try to let niggas know, like, I think it's beautiful to be like who I am and be vulnerable in the sense of like that I deal with life.
Yeah.
I say that here, like I deal with life, so like that workout shit definitely is one of the main pieces of advice I give anybody. I don't got the answers at all by far, but I know I deal with shit. So when people ask me why I work out, that actually is the first thing I tell them. Like, bro, I just be on something. It's really
Like a mental thing.
Yeah.
I've been an athlete my whole life, so a lot of my features is kind of like there and like whatever. So the workout shit, I'm not trying to act like I'm going out there and I got the regimen or like I'm about to start a YouTube channel or something. If I did
You
ever
could,
start a
that'd be
YouTube
hard.
channel,
That'd be hard.
I did. I thought about that shit, bro. Like
I
it just takes so much consistency and so
it
much,
is. It is.
you know. But maybe one day, and if I ever do, I'll make it more about like, hey, I'm doing this just like mental stuff.
Yeah.
I'll give you a routine, but don't be trying to take my routine and act like I'm about to be doing seminars and shit. like I'm Billy Raxx, I'm cult lead, I'm an artist, and I happen to show you guys my workout, and this is why I use it.
Yeah.
This is how I do it.
This what works for me.
Yeah.
You know, take what you want from
Yeah.
me. That's hard. All right. Well, you know, you said, you know, you don't have the answers to everything, but I think you have some answers. You know, what would you tell, you know, because, you know, there's artists out there that's maybe not feeling like their shit's going to blow, or maybe they're feeling like their shit's not good enough, or maybe they're going through some shit right now and, you know, they need to hear some shit. What would you tell that person right here, right now?
Let's see how not to make this cliche. Fuck, bro. Life about perspective, bro. Life about perspective. Pay attention to building yours and like appreciate every time your perspective change for the better. It's like appreciate the small things, because life about perspective, and I think that's the best gift in life. Like when you're able to maneuver yourself to a different perspective and you can appreciate it. Otherwise, you're gonna look at everybody else's and you don't really know what's going on, and it's gonna drive you fucking crazy. And then you're just not intact with your own journey. I think that's really important, bro. Just trying to be in touch with your own journey, bro. Like, be honed in on that shit, dog. Cause this world is like different for everybody. Like timing is real, and I know people dumb it down, but it's timing. I think the deeper meaning of that is like, bro, life is genuinely different for everybody. At every different moment, niggas got something they worry about. You know, we talking right now, but you probably got a loss in the past year. You probably got some, like whether it's family or some shit. You probably got your businesses you worry about and making the right moves. You got a whole schedule tomorrow. You got a whole shit. Like, so it really be more about just being in touch with your own shit, so you can be like be good for yourself. You could just, you know, my whole journey being about like mastering my own mind.
That's the only thing in this world you can 100% control.
Yeah, trying to control that shit, bro. I be fucking raging sometimes in my head, bro. So it's always about that.
Always about that. Damn, that was deep. That was a good ass answer. Usually when I ask that question, every answer's good, you know.
Yeah.
But that was really in depth.
Right.
So I hope the people that are back at home really hear that shit and apply that shit, because that was a fucking gem right there.
Really living that shit right now. If y'all can't tell how I answer that, we really living that shit right now. So I be putting that shit into the music and everything, bro. I'm really like, it's full force right now, on every scale, every fucking scale, dog.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right, anything, closing statements, anything you want to shout out, something you want to promote real quick, you know, message to the people, want to end off on?
It's been a cool interview. Like, we talked a lot about, I never talked so much about my like past or just journey, and I really grazed over a lot of shit. I think that it's cool because like it's gonna leave future interviewers or future times to really get into it when more people care.
Yeah.
Because I know like every day, bro, I'm having more and more people care about what I'm doing, and like I appreciate that. But it makes me appreciate the ones that's here already.
100%.
So I definitely tried to pour it out in this interview. Man,
We putting on, bro. Like I'm putting on. I'm really outside. I'm really out here. Like, fuck, dog. I ain't really got to get on camera one time and be like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, go check out this. Like,
I'm Billy Raxx. Niggas know.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Yeah, niggas know.
Yeah.
And dog, Alien in My City coming out really like. I really just been speaking through my art my whole career. Everything that happened for me came off me being creative. Every fucking opportunity. I've been in some amazing rooms. I've been around people that y'all niggas ain't never gonna be. I've had people tell me they fans that ain't told y'all yet. I've had superstars, you know, all that shit. So I'm channeling all of that. And so like whenever I'm there and like y'all like where I can't like where it's chaos, where I can't have the type of moments I'm having in the streets or type of shit I'm doing now. I just want niggas to know, bro. It's been intentional, bro. It's been intentional, and I'm gonna pour it into some other artists or some other people at some point in my career. But right now, I'm trying to take over the fucking world, bro. Influence over cloud. Like I want everything.
You want
from
it
my
all.
mama and shit. Really perspective from my people, my girl, fucking my team. Trying to build this perspective, bro, and be real about everything right now. We doing some lit shit right now. It's a lot of people that be like. I could tell on the internet, they just think like, they think life perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That shit be cringe to me, bro. But at the time, I'd be like, oh, I like that. I appreciate that because it make me see that like we painting this picture, bro. And it's not a picture that's being painted through like gimmicks or like whatever. It's literally a creative one, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Like everything.
It's real. It's real. It's authentic.
It's all it is, bro. You could go on YouTube and just watch my journey, or you could go on Instagram and just watch it, or like. You know, all these mediums. If you really a consumer of the culture, then you really it's just in your head. You know,
It's a part of you.
We've been in publications. We've been in Source, all that shit, Vader, all that shit before. Now that shit don't mean that much now.
Yeah. But back then, South by Southwest,
Bro,
Vader.
We've
Vader
been
post.
doing it, dog.
So I just want y'all to keep watching me do it.
You know, and
the people I'm putting on around me and shit.
So y'all heard the man. Y'all stay fucking tuned. A lot more new shit coming from my boy Billy Raxx. I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you, my
to the
dog.
podcast today. Fire ass interview. A lot of gems were dropped. Y'all know his origin story. Y'all know more about him. We're gonna be more consistent coming soon. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all's favorite part of the interview. And we out this bitch.
Who the hell is Carlo?